Hey everyone, Devin here. Today we're going to talk about how to level up your plank. So this could be for your forearm plank or your high plank on your hands. An interesting thing happened with my audio while I was trying to record this, so I'm trying out a voiceover today. So if my words don't match what my mouth is saying, that is why. So when you're doing your plank, I'm going to tell you 3 really good tips throughout this video. And I'm going to start by telling you the 2 things that really tend to happen in your plank. You either have your bum up in the air or you have a really droopy back. And you can't really see yourself when you're in your plank, so you might be thinking that you're rocking your plank when really you are kind of wasting your time or hurting yourself. You might be shaking while you're doing the pose in a way that doesn't feel right. And we want to get over that so that we can do our planks efficiently. So you're going to start by doing your cat-cow. This is to figure out that feeling. So on your inhale, you're going to do a cow pose. You're going to let your tailbone come up towards the sky. Then you're going to do your cat pose and your tailbone's going to come down towards the ground. That's the feeling you want in your plank. That's going to engage your core as well as your pelvic floor. So now you're going to try to do that in your plank pose. And I'm going to show you in a forearm plank. So when you're doing your forearm plank, you're going to try to remember all those things. So in your forearm plank, you're not going to have your butt up in the air like this. It's going to maybe feel like normal to you, but it's not the way you want to do it. You're not going to have a droopy back like this. It's going to probably hurt your arms and make you feel really shaky, maybe hurt your back. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to remember the feeling you had in your cat-cow poses. So when you get up into your plank, you're going to think of your tailbone coming down towards the floor. And you're not going to droop when you're doing that. So you're thinking of just your tailbone. So you're tilting your pelvis. So that's your first tip. You're going to tilt the pelvis so your tailbone comes down. Your second tip is to draw your heels back. And then your third tip is to shift your weight further forward than you think you need to. Doing this, you might feel like it feels harder than usual, and you might feel a little bit shaky. So sometimes we have our ego take over when we're doing our plank pose. We think, especially if our bums were up in the air, because that tends to be a little bit easier than when you have your droopy back, you think, well, I was able to hold that longer, so I'm going to do it that way. But you don't want to do it that way because it's not building that strong core, that strong foundation, that strong pelvic floor that you want. You want to do it that way with those 3 tips I just gave you. So that might mean you hold the plank a little bit longer, you might hold your plank a little bit shorter, but you are getting a more efficient exercise in. You're getting those muscles working and you are building a stronger foundation. And that's what we want, right? We don't want to spin our wheels and waste our time and not see any results or any new strength. So remember, you're going to have your tailbone coming down towards the floor. You're going to shift your weight as far forward as you can while drawing your heels back. And that's going to have a really good form for your plank. And who doesn't want a really good form so that we don't waste our time? We're moms, we don't have time to waste, and we don't have time to think we're doing something properly when really it's not helping us at all. So if you want to be part of choosing what these tutorials are about, join my Facebook community, Facebook Mommy Yoga. I will drop the link in the description. There I put polls and you can vote. So I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And I hope that that helps level up your plank. And I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.